Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I do hope and pray this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. And I'm going to ask you to lean all the way into this message with all of your heart. This is the kind of information that can literally transform your life. And it's so simple, so beautiful, but it's not easy. Isn't it amazing? So many things in life you're going, oh my gosh, that sounds so simple. But when you really go to apply it, you're like, this is not that easy. And this is all about decision making. Now, just a little bit of neurochemistry and just how the brain loves to work. The brain lives for efficiency. It wants to use as little energy as possible. It loves to conserve energy. So that's like when we start to have a habit form sometime in our life. It's really hard to get out of that habit. Even if that habit may not be a good habit, you intellectually, even emotionally will go, oh my gosh, this is so not good for me. But when it comes to making the change, you're like, this is hard. But decision is really, really powerful because it comes from the Latin decidere, which means to cut away everything that no longer serves you, everything that's not your truth, all that you don't want to be doing anymore in your life, you cut it away. That's what a decision is. And on a very, very neurochemical level, that same thing happens when we decide that we are going to make a change in our life. And I remember so vividly when I was working on letting go, working on deciding I was no longer going to participate in drugs and alcohol when I was in my early 20s. And I knew emotionally, I knew even intellectually at some level, as much as I look back at that and go, man, you were really struggling with that. I just waffled, right? I was like, Monday through Friday, I am going to I'm not going to participate. In fact, I'm going to be done. And then Friday night would happen. A certain person would call, a certain little welling up at a cellular level, something emotionally would tap in. There I was participating in something I knew wasn't good for me. Whew. So I made a decision, and it was hard. And the decision was over time. And I realized that more and more, the opportunity for me to go all in. And I'm going to ask you today, and this would be beautiful, right? I mean, how open are we in this community? We are very open. I talk about my struggles, everything from my dyslexia to my drugs, to my alcohol, to my self-esteem, my confidence growing up, all that stuff. I've just been out there with you. And I think it's been helpful. It certainly helped me. And many of you have commented saying, oh my gosh, thank you for sharing that with me. I'm not alone. You are not alone. So I would love it if you feel comfortable and say, you know what, this is a decision I need to make right now. It's about a relationship with something. Food, drugs, alcohol, sex, the news, media, whatever it might be, your own self-talk, the way you take care of yourself, or the way that you need to make a decision to take better care of yourself. So here's what it's all about. When I look at the power of decision making and the brain's desire to conserve energy, one of the most beautiful things we can do is understand that a decision is made and can be made in such a way that you say, you know what, this is 100% for me. It's not 99%. 99% always leaves the door open to say, I don't know, I'm going to see whether or not I'm going to meditate every morning. I'm going to see whether or not I'm always going to take a walk and let the sunshine hit my face at 6 a.m. and just get my neurochemical awesomeness, my spiritual awakening underway, my welcoming to good morning God versus good God morning. All of this is a decision. And I'm not trying to make light of things that we struggle with, addictions that are wired into us. Maybe it's generations of addiction. But decision making is so beautiful when you say, you know what? Every single morning, I'm going to do these 1, 2, or 3 things. And these things are non-negotiables. I am going to be 100% all in on my self-love, my self-care, my self-awareness. I am going to absolutely know that this morning, tomorrow morning, and 3 years from now in the morning, there are some things in my life that I've decided that I will always do. And I will never debate. I'll never be 99%. Spirit willing, spirit is never held by precedent. So if you wake up right now, you're saying to yourself, gosh, you know what? This really speaks to me. I have got to make some decisions about the way I'm going to lead my life. I've got to make some decisions that when I walk into certain atmospheres, certain rooms, certain people, certain communities, historically are the ones I'm presently in now, And I feel like the first thing I do is I don't even consciously decide this. It's insidious. It's so subtle, but I dim my light. I turn down my vibrancy. I know I don't want to be doing certain things, but just in certain places, I submit and I fall to those things. I believe that every single one of us right now is being called to make a decision on our behalf. Because when we decide on our behalf to do something loving and caring and compassionate and courageously on the behalf of what we know makes us come alive, it isn't done in isolation. It's not us all by ourselves. We know that from a quantum field that when you lift your vibration by making a decision that turns your light up brighter, it turns your self-care up in a more courageous, brilliant, and beautiful way, everyone around you is lifted in that experience. It's science, it's spirit, it's beautiful, and the time has come. I'm making decisions right now, more and more decisions about what I've learned over this past year and a half with the pandemic, what I've learned 58 years into this experiment, walking around in this earth suit and going, you know what? There are certain things that I'm going to make decisions about right now that I know, hopefully, spirit willing, 3, 5, 20, 35 years from now, I am still dedicated to 100% of alignment with that decision and fully participating in the life that I came here to live. As Maslow did say to all of us, what we can be, we must be. And if we don't do all that we came here to do, we will suffer our whole life through. Let's not suffer. Let's turn within and make a decision on behalf of our hearts knowing. To be fully alive is to be on fire with purpose and passion. And today is a beautiful day to turn on your light all the way up. 100% all in on what you know what makes you come alive. Howard Thurman said it best. Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive. Because what the world needs are people who have come alive. Let's decide to be wildly and wonderfully alive. Thank you. Much love and all blessings. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.